Hello everyone, welcome back to Ryoma Art. Today we are joined by friend of the channel and incredible animator, Dinopuff.
Meow, it's me. I'm hiding. Well, not really. Now I'm not hiding. I'm now probably a silhouette on the screen and I'm doing a weird stance.
Some kind of wacky stance.
Exactly.
Sure, wacky stance or
Exactly.
Yeah.
Personality summed up in one image.
Today we're beginning the first installment in Art Battle, where a special guest comes on to swap some art in a wacky challenge.
A wacky challenge? Oh no! I thought this was just something very violent. I thought we would be murdering each other. I was really excited for that part.
It's very PG, family friendly.
Oh no! I did that once.
Sorry.
I did that
No
once
blood.
for one of the Weird Us videos. It didn't work.
No.
Hmm.
Well, today we're doing Pokemon versus
Digimon?
Digimon.
Yeah,
Pokemon versus Digimon. The
Yeah.
ultimate head-to-head of the Mons. So yeah, basically we are gonna draw some stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't know what we're drawing yet. We're about to
Yeah.
find out. Dinopuff
Yeah.
is going to do the
Dinopuff.
rundown.
The rundown, yes I am, that's what I'm doing right now. So then people, listen closely because I'm only going to say this once. We have two Digimon and two Pokemon illustrations that, just from places, not internet.
From the wiki.
Anyway, so, wiki, yes, exactly. We will be sending these images in between each other, and then draw the evolutions to the Digimon or Pokemon. So I will send the Digimon images over to Ryoma, where he will then draw something that evolutions of which that will look in a Pokemon-esque style.
Exactly.
While Ryoma will send me two Pokemon images, and I will draw the Digivolutions in a Digimon-esque style.
Perfect.
And-
Perfect explanation.
Yeah.
There was only one take.
Definitely one.
Yes, exactly one. Yeah, so...
Thank you, editing.
Yes, so I know absolutely nothing about Digimon, and Dinopuff knows
I know.
absolutely
I
a little bit.
I know a bit about Pokemon.
A little bit.
I know a bit about Pokemon. You know, I played that phone game where you swished a Pokeball up into the air and you hit a Pidgey in the head.
I'm gonna keep 100 with you. I actually started on Pokemon Go. That was my first game. I didn't grow up with Pokemon. It's like a newer thing for me. I just got really into it really fast.
This. Wow.
Yeah.
My gosh, we both found out about Pokemon at the same time,
It's
but yet
kind of wild.
we're so different.
But yeah, I have no idea what I'm about to receive. But yeah, do you want to start and send over your first Digimon? We'll go Digimon, Pokemon, and then we'll kind of react to them.
Yes. So, shall I give you the name with this certain image that is about to be sent over?
I'm
Okay.
excited.
So they are the cutest thing ever, and yep, they are Terriermon. That's Terriermon.
Yeah. Very sweet. So my initial reaction is that it's basically a Pokemon already, and I think I can. It's very Bunnelby Diggersby.
I think I remember one of those.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Yes, I'm a big fan. That's actually very well designed. Nice.
So, would you like a bit of background to Terriermon?
I would love a little background to Terriermon, absolutely.
So then, Terriermon is a twin to another Digimon named Lopmon. They are basically the same apart from two things.
Oh.
One, colours are different. Lopmon is a chocolatey colour, and two, the amount of horns. So, yeah, they're a twin, and yeah.
It's a plus and minus type situation.
Yep. They are very playful. They're really just calm all the time. Although, if a battle does arise, they are very eager to join the fight.
Okay.
They're battle ready all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how they fight is, I only found this out when looking up. They spin their ears so fast they create tornadoes.
Interesting. That's
It's an interesting.
Yeah, I think I can work with that. So
Yeah.
So are they some kind of rabbit? What kind of animal are they? Are they any animal? They're just kind of like a wacky hybrid.
From all I can tell, and this is purely just because some of their attacks are called bunny something.
Okay.
I think they are just based off rabbits.
A rabbit.
That's it.
Gotcha.
Rabbit. Yeah.
I like the green. I'll have to. a few ideas are kind of coming to me, but I'm gonna have to take a little bit more time to
Yeah, of
to go
course.
through this. All right. Well, it seems like it is now my turn to unveil the first Pokemon that you'll be digivolving. That's the word, right? It's digivolving, isn't it?
Yes, it is Digivolve.
It is digivolving.
It's a stupid word, I confess, but yes.
The Digidex does not exist. Is something I found out. There is no Digidex.
There is no Digidex, no.
Which
it's
I
just
think
purely your mind in a wiki.
Yeah. So, this Pokemon is called Toxel. It is another very sweet little guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Whoa, he's just so... Oh my, okay.
So this is Toxel. He is the pre-evolution to my favorite, other than Politoed. They're kind of like on the same level. My favorite Pokemon is pre-evolution to that. It is the only poison and electric type Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
It's classified as the baby Pokemon, and it is the first evolution, so it hasn't evolved at all. Its attacks resemble like a baby having a tantrum because it's got like the little diaper on.
Oh yeah, it does.
So it kind of like flails its arms around and goes. It's really low stats. It's one of the weakest Pokemon ever because it's just a baby, and it doesn't learn many moves. So, but when it evolves, it becomes really cool.
Yeah.
So it's kind of based on a lot of things. People kind of argue over this. I have very strong opinions on it. A lot of people say it's a lizard. A lot of people say it's a salamander. I think it's a frog. I strongly believe it's a frog because see its tail.
Yeah.
The tail. Okay,
Yeah,
that
it
isn't
looks
there
like a...
on the evolution.
Yeah.
It loses its tail, which means that it's a frog. That is my opinion.
Yeah, that's completely makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it even looks like it's a polywag. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, it looks like a polywag tail. So
Yeah, I'm a big frog guy. I'm sure you know that. He's probably some kind of poison dart frog.
Yeah. Okay, I confess, so far, I have no ideas with evolving this. Because just... Yeah, how weird Digimon evolutions can get. Just...
Yeah.
Oh, the cat that turns into a scantily wearing woman. Okay. So...
I can't wait to see sexy Toxel.
Oh no.
Anyway, yeah, let's I'd like to see the next Digimon if that's
You
if
would
that's
like to
cool
see
with
it
you.
now?
I'd love to see it now.
Now then, I must say to you that when you saw Terriermon, of course, you said it yourself that it did look very like a Pokemon, yeah? Like you could easily work with it, yeah? And that was sort of my intention because I did think, what is the most Pokemon-esque Digimon I could find? And I found Terriermon. But with this one, I did the opposite. So then, meet Devimon.
Oh my god, it's literally just like a Ben 10 character. Those arms.
Yep. Oh my god,
wow.
a Ben 10 character.
Yeah,
But-
man.
Oh my word. But literally, all I could think just was muscles, belts strapped around places where there shouldn't be belts, but there are anyway. Just tattoos everywhere, skulls. It's so
Wow.
odd.
It's,
Yeah.
It is odd, yeah. So,
Yeah.
tell me about this thing.
Devimon is used to be a Angemon or angel type Digimon. It's not really very clear. But he was actually lured away by a prior form named Devimon. Yeah, very creative naming. And Devimon lured him over to a place where he fell, and he fell into the dark area, where he then became Devimon. Yeah. His personality is very cunning and evil. He has always got a scheme going how to do something bad. Yeah. And he will usually do so with a tendency to brainwash, because he can brainwash or take control of someone by either them looking into his eyes, or if he just literally places a hand on them with the hand of evil. Its type, by the way, is literally fallen angel, so
Okay.
it's very on the nose. So yes, that is the information that I can give.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's I actually have a decent idea for this an evolution for this then. That is just that's a man.
Yeah, that's a man with
it's
very.
a man.
He's very muscular as well. Just
Yeah, he is.
he's got such
Oh,
just abs
damn.
and then long, lanky, creepy
Look at those.
arms. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
you good to receive the last?
I am perfectly good to see the last. Yes.
Right. So, well, as you said, first of all, I also chose a Pokemon that I thought maybe could possibly translate decently into the Digimon style, because Toxel is often said by the community to be like, he doesn't look much like a Pokemon. I think he does, but I think anything can
It's
look,
mainly
can look
with
like
the
a Pokemon.
eyes.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
gonna say he looks like a Neopet. But anyway, you might know this one. This is Hawlucha.
Oh, I've seen this one. I have seen
Yes.
this one indeed.
Yes.
Yep.
So, Hawlucha. I've chosen like Pokemon which have typings that are like not many Pokemon have these typings. There is another Pokemon that has the flying and fighting typing. That being Galarian Zapdos, one of my favorite Pokemon. But this was the original flying fighting type, the wrestling Pokemon. This is a stage 1, so it's the base form. It has a signature move called Flying Press, which is the only move to have 2 typings, so it deals both flying and fighting type damage. So that's just a little something. It's a lucha libre. It's a hawk and a lucha libre, like Mexican wrestler, that kind of deal.
You're not gonna believe this because this is meant to be the one that's harder. This one I've already got loads of ideas I could do.
Good, yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't think it would be like harder. I just thought maybe it's more interesting. There's a kind of like there's a little bit of tricksiness to it in a way.
But yeah, I've got a lot
Yes,
of
you'll find
ideas I can do for this one.
Well, good. I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, there we go. We've got our prompts. Have fun digivolving these 2 Pokemon, and I guess I'll have fun evolving. These 2 Digimon.
Evolving, yeah.
Good luck with it.
Yeah, you too. See you soon.
Alright, I guess I'm starting. Don't tell Dinopuff, but I'm actually not a big fan of most Digimon designs. Fortunately, this wasn't the case with Terriermon or Lopmon, as I think their designs are super simple and cute, and as I said, they remind me a lot of Pokemon. You'll hear me re-explain all this stuff to Dinopuff when I show him the final piece, but I'm gonna go through the general ideas I had when designing a Pokemon evolution to Terriermon. I wanted to make sure to tie in all of the concepts presented in the first form into this evolution, while adding something a little more cohesive to tie the features together. I decided to run with the idea that this Pokemon had a counterpart, Lopmon. They gave me a light and dark type of energy, a yin and yang presented in rabbit form. Yin and yang is a Chinese philosophy, and one Chinese myth I wanted to turn into a Pokemon for a long time was that of the moon rabbit, a legend that tells of a virtuous rabbit who had its likeness drawn in the moon for all to see. Here's the concept. A moon rabbit who is partially covered by the darker colour scheme of Lopmon to convey an eclipse, but also conveying yin and yang. We would need both Terriermon and Lopmon in the party to evolve it, almost like it's a fusion. I was super happy with this concept. I kept the head spikes and absolutely kept the cute demeanour of the Pokemon to show the eclipse idea properly. I gave it craters and a crescent moon poofy tail. Once I began the colouring, I realised that by combining the colour scheme, it ended up resembling Neapolitan ice cream. Not particularly well tied in with the rest of the design, but honestly it's a cute little feature that I'm actually a big fan of. The evolution here looks really evolved, like it has beefed up proportions, but it doesn't lose the charms of its original forms. Here's a little Pokédex entry I made for it. Buneeps, the Syzygy Pokemon, Fairy and Dark type. When the planets align, Terriermon and Lopmon come together and evolve as one into Buneeps. Channeling the powers of the moon, this Pokemon represents the harmony between two creatures that come together to create something strong. The patterns on Buneeps are not permanent and are ever changing. Depending on if this Pokemon is using a Fairy or Dark type move more often, the corresponding colour will envelop more of the Pokemon's coat.
Going into the sketch, I had no idea what I wanted to do, like, just nothing. So I just started laying out some details of the Pokemon and thinking just how are the details usually transferred between Digivolutions, although it is very loose since a cat can turn into an angel with a bikini, but still, I did eventually get some ideas. I wanted to explore the electricity side of Toxel a lot more than the toxic side, since I thought it would look good. Although, I still couldn't think of any fun electric themes for the Digivolution line that would advance through every single stage. But I drew some ideas for how the look of the Digivolution would be, and soon realised I could turn the horns into some power station things, which gave me the idea of for the theme of different powers. Starting with lightning power, then advancing to a power grid look in the ultimate, and finally having a nuclear power in the mega form, which I thought was really cool. Unfortunately, we are only drawing one form, but it should be a fun side project to draw in for the rest of the Digivolutions. So after a couple of drawings planning out the form's key aspects, such as changing the electric spark into a lightning rod, I started drawing the final version. Although, when going into this drawing, I was aware of a problem that I hoped wouldn't matter. It did, unfortunately. So, with the Digivolution line, it more or less goes cute, bigger steroid version of cute, bigger parody version of the steroid monster, and then finally something that takes the best ideas of the line and puts them all together into something epic. Now, the sketch I'm meant to be doing is the bigger version of the cute or champion form, but this didn't look like that, it instead looked more like the parody stage known as Ultimate. So I had to take away loads of the technology I had planned, such as loose cables and extra metal parts stitched on to make a more simple and less powerful look. Finally, I rounded up the shape a lot more to make him look a lot less bulk, and now he did not look as powerful as an ultimate form should be. Problem solved. The only other problem I had was deciding between going with a sleek or monstrous look for the head. I ended up going for monstrous as I thought it looked way better with the body and gave the lightning feel more aggressive, which it should be. It's lightning. Now it's looking all good. Now just some line art that shouldn't take too long, and some simple colouring that shouldn't be too hard, and so I changed the lightning colour so I could add to the colour palette to show how it's more developing alongside with the Pokemon. Yep.
Gosh, this was a difficult one to come up with an evolution for. I think this might be the hardest one in the video, considering there is nothing about Devimon that even resembles a Pokemon at all. Because of this, it was clear that I was going to have to monsterify this human man as much as possible. My main idea was this, to play with the idea of a fallen angel. Originally my plan was to do 2 evolutions, as Devimon could either regress further into evil or return back to the heavens, but with little time to spare, I had to make do with just the evil idea. My plan was to make Devimon a proper devil, a proper demon, giving it traits of many depictions of Satan, but also attempting to tack on elements of general demonic beasts, like dragons. I wanted this to be a dark and dragon type. Unfortunately, I got all the way to the end of my first drawing before realising I hated it, and I started again. I have a really bad habit of doing that. I realised the best way of transitioning from this man into a dragon is to use the shape of the mask he wears as a jaw. In the following design, I changed out the horn shape and simplified the head. It now looked more human, but it was still monstrous enough, and honestly more fitting of an evolution to Devimon, who was already extremely humanoid. I kept the Mark of Evil tattoo and simplified the wings a lot more. The belts were possibly the worst piece of design in Devimon, so I used a lot less of them. I still managed to incorporate one into the tail. Finally, the feet and legs became that of a goat, which is often used in depictions of Lucifer. This design is by no means entirely perfect, but I think I did the best I could do with the given material. Grimvile, the twisted Pokemon. Dark and Dragon type. Falling from the heavens, this Pokemon has fully succumbed to the darkest parts of the Pokemon world, evolving into Grimvile. This Pokemon's cunning and connivery are unmatched, but some say they still have a heart and are very caring to their allies. This Pokemon follows the example of Giratina, causing decay and destruction wherever it goes. It is said to have the ability to open a gateway to the Distortion world, although it has never been observed.
Immediately, when I saw Machamp Bird, I'm going to call them, I thought of a Digimon known as Parrotmon. So initially I thought, wow, this is perfect as I have a reference for an evolution, and oh wait, no, it's just a golden bird. I have an idea. Okay, so the problem with making it into a golden bird is that it uses nothing that makes Machamp Bird special. So instead I looked into what that was that made it special, and then went with that for the Digivolution instead. So I looked into the culture of Mexico more, since this was clearly a Mexican wrestler, and pretty quickly I knew that I was going to make a spiritual bird based off Day of the Dead. So let's just draft up quickly. Real quickly. Come on. Real quickly. There we go. And I ended up tracing over the Digimon Garudamon to give me more correct proportions and overall speeding up the drafting process that had already taken way too long. So now let's take that gorgeous looking draft and put it into a pose. Annoyingly, I forgot to record the initial part of me making the final pose, so hopefully you can forgive me, and that looks awful. Well, that's only 1 hour wasted. Anyway, so now after doing a sketch that had weird anatomy and having nowhere for the arms to go, I'm sure I've learnt my lesson and can make a really good laugh. Oh. Okay. Putting this simply for any artist out there, when drawing, don't just draw. Don't just go by the motions put in setting up your anatomy and poses. Instead, do the most simple thing and think of what you're going to draw first. It's obvious, I know, but I didn't do it, and that's why this turned out so bad initially. So, upon this revelation, I thought of a scene where a great, powerful-looking bird was taking the time to place a simple candle down at a grave. I thought this would look epic, and got a good idea of how I should make the pose look, so once with that in my mind, I started to draw it. And yeah, I got the overall look of it good, and then when going into the details, I again thought, where is this gonna look? What is gonna look best? So most best example is with the waist. I had to think a lot of, but prior to actually drawing it, what it should look like. And very soon, surprisingly, I had my first proper draft, which was brilliant after the first 2 attempts taking way too long. So then I just had to fix up the proportions in the next draft. And upon doing that, I did my best drawing of abs I've ever done, with the knowledge that I had to delete it later, because the abs was only needed as a guidelines for a ribcage. Fun! Also, when drawing, I used loads of reference material, which really helped, as it made me realise how much space there is actually between the head and the chest. Previously, I'd always just drawn a neck and that's it. But nope, there's an entire other part of the body where the shoulders are meant to go prior to the chest. Yay, I'm both dumb and learning. Anyway, so it's that time. when we have to draw the rib cage, deleting something I'm really, really proud of for a not so good looking rib cage. No, it stays. It stays. It stays. I'll put the rib cage over it. That's better. So now just the line out where I had a fun idea for how I could draw the flower petals. So basically just go really slowly when drawing the lines because it makes your hand wobble a bunch and it creates all those gorgeous imperfections that are on a petal. And it looks great. So after all that, now just the colouring, which with something spiritual looking like this, I didn't think my usual harsh shadows would look good. So instead, I got my reference of League of Legends splash art and began trying a painting style. So let's just fast forward that bit because that took a long time. And there we go. Honestly, I'm not too sure about this, as I've reached the uncanny point I usually do when attempting this style, where a painting looks realistic enough with the lighting and proportions, but not enough with the textures and feathers, for example. So it's just unnatural to look at something that is both realistic and unrealistic. But once I'm actually over that point, it will barely look any different to how it does look now. So I'm finishing it here for the video as we need to get it done, but I'm definitely going to be continuing this drawing, so eventually I can finally cross that uncanny point that has plagued me. But for now, I need to tear down this green backdrop and return to Rioma. See you soon!
And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. It's been
Hi!
yeah,
6
it's
days.
been 6 days.
6 days!
Ooh,
okay.
That wasn't the length of the time lapse that you just saw. But we have been working on these for about 6 days.
For about 6 days, yeah.
Among other things. So I think we're ready to show them off. You guys have already seen them. You already know what to expect, but we're going to show our little reactions.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited for Terriermon.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn first to show you.
Yes, it is.
My evolution.
It is your turn first.
So I'm going to give you a bit of background to this time before I send it. So you told me about Terriermon who has a counterpart called Lopmon. Lopmon?
Yeah.
Okay. Lopmon. Okay.
Yep.
And one of them was like darker, one of them was lighter. So, here's my concept. It is a moon rabbit who is half and half
my
of the two, and it's an eclipse.
Oh my god, we've got to do this again. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
That is amazing to start off with.
Thanks.
That is such a good idea for how you implemented it.
First of all, there's a legend. It's in many places around the world. It's most prolific in China, also in South America. So I think I do have kind of one for my region. Anyway, it's the moon rabbit, basically a rabbit who is trapped in the moon. It is similar to the man in the moon legend. That is kind of the main basis for this. But also I thought it would be fun to use that with like an eclipse, so like the dark side of the moon and the darker color scheme. My favorite thing about it is like some of the pink stuff, half of it is green where the patterns kind of overlap with maybe stuff. Yeah. And obviously like the moon patterning and the moon tail I was really happy with. But it also, another thing is that it is, I'm really about to explain this, it's also kind of based on Neapolitan ice cream because it has the color scheme for it. Okay. If you look at it.
Oh, Neapolitan ice cream. Oh, I love Neapolitan ice cream. Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's actually related to the moon, but there's one episode of Phineas and Ferb where they go to the moon to make ice cream, so that just connects
it's
in
confirmed.
my head. Yeah, that just
scientifically confirmed.
Yeah.
I love the interpretation that you've taken for Terriermon, but one thing I will tell you, it is completely and utterly different to what it actually is.
What? It has. Oh my god! It has gun arms. Why does it have
gun arms?
I really like its ears though.
Oh,
they're very sweet.
It's got gun arms. It's got jeans. It's got gun arms. It's got like the war things all across their face. It's just
beautiful.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yes,
now?
I'm excited to see what you've got in store for me. So this is the Toxel evolution, right?
This is the Toxel, yes. So with Toxel, they was very difficult to just have an idea of what to do with them. Yeah, because they was such an odd-looking thing, and I couldn't think of anywhere to progress with them.
Fair enough.
But eventually, I did just think, why not we just do the Digimon thing and make it a big, massive monster?
Wow. Oh my gosh, you went insane. Damn. Oh, I love the pose.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I thought of the idea that it would constantly upgrade the powers it would use, as in electric powers. So it starts off with Toxel, where it's just a little bit of electric spark. Then it goes into lightning power it's using, and that's what its horn is there. It's a lightning rod.
Damn, it's so incredibly well rendered, and I love the pose. And here's a little different thing between ours is that yours is actually decently similar to how it already looks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I don't. When I look at it, I don't see Toxel. I see its evolution.
I inadvertently transformed the diaper into pants.
I love that. Yeah.
Well, trousers.
It's truly grown up. The real evolution. The concept is that it's like a baby. It throws tantrums, but it doesn't lose that when it evolves. It becomes the adult version of that. A kind of a bad boy rocker. So this is Toxricity.
Oh my god.
It's like a punk rocker. It's got like the big punk rock mohawk.
With the mohawk.
Yeah, and it's little things on its chest. It can strum them, and it's basically a guitar. This is one of, if not my favorite Pokemon ever.
Oh my gosh, it looks really cool. I love all the spikes, and I love the idea, and I love how they've made the electricity into a mohawk. It's just so many really, really good ideas.
I absolutely adore yours, because that's not all with Toxricity. It actually has two forms. So here's the other one.
Oh my god.
So, oh god, I love yours so much. I'm just looking into all the details. It's so monstrous looking.
It's even got the horn. I got the horn right. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much right about it. It looks like a fusion with like mechanical parts of the two real ones. Let's move on to the next one. So, Devimon really. Oh, I really struggled.
Yeah, you
with
said
this.
you had problems.
Yeah, I had serious problems. I did my best. I did my best.
You did your best.
My original concept was that I was going to do two, and I was going to do one that was a full and he goes full devil, and one of them that goes back to the light. But I wasn't really having enough fun with it with the design that I did for the devil to really warrant doing the angel. But I didn't eventually come up with something. So here is my full Satan evolution of Devimon. It's very different. It's not particularly Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh, I love what you've done with the chest as well, because it was in Mark of Evil, and how instead of it being branded now, it's just full on there. Whoa, that's cool.
Obviously, I wanted to turn it not into a human, so I kind of took the mask and I turned it into like a dragon face. This guy would be probably Dark Dragon.
That makes sense, and that is such a cool type combination that I don't think exists yet.
It does. There's Hydreigon.
Okay.
Is one of the Dark Dragons. I think there's a few of them actually. Guzzlord as well.
Sorry, I just looked at the legs. Oh, I love what you've done with the legs. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very kind of goatee to reference like the Satan's like goat form, and also the chest skull is kind of a goat as well. I thank you for the challenge, and I'm really interested to see what it actually does evolve into.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh my god, that's actually so cool. That's actually really sick. Yo.
Yeah, he has a bunch of evolutions actually, but this is the most cool, I think.
You know what, now I'll probably get angry stuff in the comments if I assume what game series it looks like, so...
Okay.
It's just really cool.
Okay, so is it now my turn with Hawlucha?
Yes.
Oh god.
This is the last one. Show me your Hawlucha evolution.
Okay.
Or Digivolution.
Now, I may have done a little cheat, because so you told me that they were the first evolution, but the problem was, when going to the second evolution, it's more or less just bulk them up, and I didn't really want to do that, so I did a bit more than just bulk them up. So I went to their next phase, ultimate phase, and I drew this.
Wow. Oh, it's like Phoenix. Oh, it's got like the Day of the Dead. This is so. Wow.
Because
it's like real Mexican. Yo, this could go in my South America region. That's absolutely beautiful.
yeah,
Oh, I love the wings and the effects on the glowing. Insanely cool. Very, very cool.
yeah.
Amazingly rendered.
Because it was the main dilemma that I had, just thinking of how to evolve them, because I couldn't just do this more bulk, more bird wrestle thing. So I thought, what else could I do that's Mexican and very well known? And I thought, what if they were just like, yeah, just this spiritual Day of the Dead themed thing? So
right. Are you ready to see the evolution of Hawlucha?
I am, especially since I've seen Hawlucha, but I didn't think they had an evolution. So, yeah. How on earth?
They don't.
Oh.
They don't have an evolution.
Oh.
I was gonna.
Oh, I've been bamboozled.
Trolling you.
I've been bamboozled. Oh no.
I thought it'd be really fun to give you a solo stage one to evolve, just to see what you do with it. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, we've got him.
That's an ending.
That's an ending.
It was really, really enjoyable. We'll be posting our pieces onto Instagram, so if you want to go take a closer look at them, please do.
Yep.
Incredible. Well, thanks for participating.
Oh, no
We'll
problem.
have to do this again.
We will, definitely. I'm now mustached to my dimension of weirdness, and currently only one of me. So, yes. Bye.
Well, Dinopuff might be gone, but I am not, because I have the most gorgeous animation to show you that he has sent me straight from the weirdness dimension. Check that out. That was the most beautiful animation of Grimvile, my evolution to Devimon, conveyed in the signature style of the lovely Dinopuff. You can just feel the terrifying aura drip from this Pokemon, and Dinopuff has done an amazing job as always. Please make sure to check him out over on Instagram at Dinopuff, as well as me at Ryoma Region. Make sure to follow all these links on the screen right now, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. More Fakemon videos on the way. Ciao for now.